Alright guys, so here is our numbers, and hopefully that matches with yours, so good job. Okay, last thing I want to do is show you how to check your work, how to do this on your calculator, okay? So what I'm going to do, I need you to have your notes here because you're going to read it to me, is I'm going to show you first, and then we're going to do this together, okay? So let's pull up one of these. Oh, this would be fun to watch another time. But let's go to Desmos. And I'll go to a graphing calculator. Now, when I go to this graphing calculator, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in all of those numbers, okay? And I'm going to call it M for money. So I'm going to say M is equal to, and then I'm going to use the brackets here. So Jade, will you read me the numbers from our notes? What were people making?
750,
And I'm going to close parentheses. Oh, with a bracket. Okay. So now when I put M up, it's going to be those 13 points, okay? Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say, hey, tell me, Desmos, what are the stats of M? And look at that. It went through and gave me the min, quartile 1, median, quartile 3, and the max. Did that match what we came up with? Pretty spiffy. Do you guys use that word ever?
Yes,
Spiffy.
all the
We
time.
should bring it back. It was a great word.
It never
Now, it didn't tell me mean. So it didn't tell me range, but could you do range pretty easy here? IQR, could you do that pretty easy here? It didn't tell me mean, so I'm going to just type in mean of M. And look, the mean is 11.65. Is that what we came up with? Yes. Now the one that's probably the coolest here is going to be standard deviation. Now if you forget what to type in, if you go to the keyboard it has here, and look down here, you see functions, stats. These are the ones you could type in. So you could type in any of these. STDev, that's standard deviation. So if I put that in, it does all the calculations for me, and it tells me it's 2.13. So what that means, what does standard deviation stand for?
The distance from the mean.
The average distance from the mean. So on average, you guys deviated from the mean. You were different from the mean by about $2.13. So our mean was about 11.65, and most of you made about $2 more or $2 less than that. Does that make sense how you'd interpret that? All right, cool. We're going to go back to the very beginning, and you guys are going to help me. So will you guys all get out your Chromebooks now? So Chromebooks, and get on to Desmos. And I'm going to have you check our work from the very beginning with the sibling data by putting in a list and then doing the stats, the mean, and standard deviation. Alright, so everyone's getting logged in, and you're just going to go to Desmos. Once you're there, I want you to start making a list. And remember, the way you do that, we'll call it S for siblings. You need to put the number of siblings in brackets. I still have the data on the board here, so you could start putting it in. And then when you're done, you can look at the stats and the standard deviation and the mean of it.